What up, party people? It's your Knucker Big Rucker back at you again with another Marvel Legends review. This time we are back with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness from the upcoming movie. It's the Rintrah Build-A-Figure wave, and finally got my hands on Doctor Strange. In fact, I've got the rest of the wave, so with our reviews, we'll be able to close out this wave and get to Rintrah, the Build-A-Figure, and then proceed with there. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we got going on here. Like I said, we've got Doctor Strange. This is the regular version. There's also an Astral version in this wave. You can see clearly it's got the Build-A-Figure Rintrah right there on the our left. We've got the clear visage of Doc in the packaging along with his accessories. You've got Marvel Studios Doctor Strange because this is a movie / MCU figure. And then, of course, you've got the rest of the title of the movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And below that, you've got Doctor Strange, the character itself. Looking at the side, we've got some artwork going on. That's going to be the same thing on the other side. Of course, on the back, we've got Marvel Legends. We've got more of that artwork only blown up. Below, we've got all of the figures in this wave. We've already peeped out Wong, America Chavez, Despair, and Sleepwalker. In fact, Sleepwalker is who we kicked this all off with. And you see the Build-A-Figure Rintrah over there to our left. Doctor Strange is not required to build Rintrah. I am required to read his little bio. Dr. Stephen Strange is Earth's mightiest sorcerer, battle-hardened and reckoning with his lonely place in the multiverse after the events of Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Talk about getting mad specific. Anyway, like I said, you had the same artwork on the other side. You've got the Doctor Strange logo at the top there and the ever-present legalese at the bottom. It's how it goes down. And now we are going to get Doc out of his packaging and see what is the what. Doctor Strange comes with 2 additional sets of hands. Here you see he's got the conjuring hands, if you will. He's doing movements and gestures with these hands. And they look pretty good. Strange also comes with these spell casting hands. We've seen these before, I believe twice before. Obviously we saw them in this very wave with Wong, and we saw them with Doctor Strange with the Spider-Man No Way Home wave. And good effect, but hopefully we don't go the way of the bubble effect and overuse it. But this is a great effect. I know that I was excited the first time I saw it. Here we have Doctor Strange on our rotating platter, giving you the 360 treatment right here, so we could see Doc all around. And the first thing that catches my eye anyway is the cape and the new style that Hasbro has done to give us a different version of his Cloak of Levitation, which is what the official title of the cape is. It does have detail on the back, but as you'll see when we take that up close and personal look, it just drapes over Doc's shoulders, and that's going to make for some problematic posing. He does have slightly different costume than he had previously in Spider-Man No Way Home, and of course his other appearances both in his movie and in Infinity War and Endgame, not to mention Thor Ragnarok. But they slightly changed him up, and They're using the photoreal tech on the face like they did with No Way Home, and we're going to see the differences, if any. So without further ado, let's get Doc off of the platter. So here we have Doc Strange up close and personal, and you could see what I was talking about previously regarding the cape, how it's just draped over his shoulders. So I mean, that makes for an easy put on and off. There, you'll see momentarily there's not a peg to to fix the cape in place. It just drapes over the shoulders. So I don't know why Hasbro went in this direction. They probably figured it's easier. The peg may be problematic or wants to come out when you pose and things of that nature. And they would be right in that regard, but I think this will prove to be problematic in other ways when it comes to posing. And we'll end up seeing that near the conclusion of the review. But for now, we're going to take a look at the figure, and of course, we'll take a look at the cape separately. So right now, what I'm going to do is take the cape off so we can get a better look at the figure. And looking initially at the head sculpt, you cannot tell me that is not Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, that's truly spot on right there. That's truly spot on. Looking at the sides there, you can see that we got the grays for the temples. Same thing with the other side. In terms of this here on top, you could see that it's got the nice brown. There's no wash in it, but it's still pretty nice. Going down, he's got the necklace and the housing for the Eye of Agamotto, aka the Time Stone, but we know he doesn't have it. So, what's up with that? Anyway, going up, you can see that this is definitely a different costume than what we've seen before. Looking at his sides, you can see that he's got the wrappings there. If you let me move his arm out the way for you, you can see that he's got his sling ring right there. It's right. It would be nice if we had a hand that came, that shows the sling ring on it. It would be nice to get that, but we don't. So it is what it is. And looking at his belt, if you will, it's got some nice coloring there. Red around I guess that's supposed to be the buckle, and you've got some red that's right next to that sling ring, which is cool. There's some silver right down there, and I guess this is supposed to be a tassel. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if it is a different color when we see it in the film, because if it is, it would have been nice if they painted that too. But I digress. Looking at the other side, it's the same as his right side. You've got that wrapping there. By the way, he's molded in a blue. And looking at the back, he also has a buckle, but you see that didn't get painted. That's crazy because it's the same as that. It's the same, but this is just all straight brown. So I guess they got to the end of the budget as far as paint is concerned, so this got left out. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. You see that his blouse, if you will, comes all the way down there and covers his legs. That's going to impede some articulation from the lower torso, hips, etc. But you see in there, he's got the pants, and then getting down, you got his boots. No paint on them, but they are molded in a brownish color. And once again, looking at the back, you already see that it's basically the same. And that's our guy, Dr. Strange. Going for the articulation. His head is on a dumbbell joint, and so is the neck. So you're getting a lot of movement there. He can look down that far. Cool. He can look up just that much. Not much, but he can. You'll have to work it more using the torso articulation to get that going on. Arms, he can get them out to 90. He can do a 360, but of course you've got the shoulder epaulets, I guess you call them. Kind of, sort of, you're gonna have to bevel out a little to get that 360 if that's what you want to do. He's got 360 at the biceps. He's got double jointed pinless, I'll say it again, pinless elbows. He's got wrist swivel and a hinge, horizontal. As far as his ab articulation, he's got an ab crunch that goes that far. That's crazy. Looks kind of ill in the back though. He can go back just as far as he could go forward, but once again, that looks ill. You know, I don't see any reason that you're going to play this game unless you want to pose him with a broken back. He's got waist articulation, legs once again at the hips because of his whatever you want to call it. What did I call it before? His blouse, his tunic, his robe, whatever. You can only get his legs out that much. You do have thigh rotation in there, and he does have double jointed pinless knees, which is cool. There's no kind of boot or calf rotation, but he can point his toe that far forward, that far up. That's very good. He's got ankle pivot, and of course, holes at the bottom of his feet. Looking at his cape, looking at the inside of it, it's got texture on it, and then around the collar area, we've got the gold paint there, and that looks pretty nice. It would have been nice if we get some more paint on it, and what I mean by that is turning to the back. You see all of this fine detail and texture going on, and there's a pattern there. You see the circle there, and it just goes down and around like that, but that's all we get. So it is what it is, but it is a nice looking cape. Here's Doc with his other set of conjuring hands, and they definitely look good on him. I love the finger gestures. And here's Strange with his spell casting hands, shield casting hands, and they look, as you know, we've seen these before. They look just as good on Doc right now as they did on Wong and on the previous Doctor Strange from the Spider-Man No Way Home wave. As far as the cape, both with this pose and the previous pose I had, the cape still looks fine, so I'm happy about that. But I don't think I could raise the arms any higher than where they are before making the cape, look kind of crazy on them. But this is pretty decent poses, and really not too problematic with the cape in terms of these last two poses that I achieved. So here we have Doc Strange next to his Spider-Man No Way Home counterpart, so you could see the differences in their attire. The No Way Home version has the Eye of Agamotto, which I think I got it. There we go. So now we've got it down all the way, and you see it's hanging low on Doc's around Doc's neck and down his chest. And in this iteration, that movie, he didn't have the time stone with that then, so I still don't understand, and I'm sure I'm not alone, the significance of him still wearing the amulet, if you will. And but you could see the differences, the different belt wrappings, and the different shade of blue that they both have, and the differences in the cape. So you can see that Our current version, the cape, of course, it just drapes over the shoulders, but it also flails out further. So there's the difference there. The cape for the No Way Home version gets, I believe, let me make sure I'm correct on this. I believe it's, yes, it's affixed on there. So you're not going to get, you're not going to remove that without putting in some work, so to speak. But yeah, that's what they look like as far as their costumes are concerned. Let's take a closer look at those head sculpts. So here we have both head sculpts. On our left is the Into the Multiverse of Madness, or In the Multiverse of Madness head sculpt, and on the right is the No Way Home head sculpt. And looking at them, they both look great, but I kind of think, you know what? I actually think the No Way Home one looks better. In the Multiverse looks great, but I think the No Way Home looks even more like Benedict Cumberbatch than the Multiverse of Madness. What do you guys think? I'm liking my man Steve with his effects on, so I'm going to leave them on for this next segment where we do a height measurement. So Doc is standing at about close to 6.5 as in inches, which means that in terms of the centimeters, he is closing in on, he's just a couple ticks under 16 centimeters. For some comparisons, we've got Doctor Strange with one of his wave mates, America Chavez. Here he is with another one of his wave mates, one of the two comic-based figures in the wave. We've got the Demon Despair. And here he is with the other comic-based figure in the wave. We're talking about Sleepwalker. And I saved, for me, the best for last up till this point anyway. We've got Doctor Strange along with the Sorcerer Supreme. We've got Wong. Speaking of that, you know, somehow, some way, Doc is going to regain the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme. My question is, how? You know what I'm saying? Will something happen to Wong? And when I say happen, it could be a number of things that could happen that will force either Wong to give up the mantle or Stephen Strange regains it by default. I guess we'll have to wait until the movie comes out to find out. But what do you guys think? I just, you know, if he was going to give up the mantle, I think he would have done it already. But he hasn't. So I think the same way that Doc lost it, I'm almost feeling that that's how Wong's going to lose it. I guess we're going to see, huh? So to sum it all up, the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Rintrah Build-A-Figure wave Doctor Strange figure is it's a pretty good figure. Can't front. It's a pretty good figure. I like the different costume. I even like the cape, even though I still believe it's going to prove problematic in some cases. It's going to look kind of funky with some of the positions you put the arms. It's going to raise it up and it won't look correct. But it is a nice cape. I wish there was some more paint details on the outside of the cape. But as always, it is what it is. A great head sculpt replicating Benedict Cumberbatch. I do believe, having compared both this figure and the No Way Home figure, I do believe that that figure has the more accurate, if you will. I don't know if it's more accurate or it just looks better. Either or, take your pick. But I think that one is a notch up over this head sculpt right here. As always, the shield effects are great. Gotta love that. Of course, the nature of the costume impedes some of the lower torso / leg articulation, but that comes, that's just part of it. Got to accept that. We've been accepting that from any of the characters, especially in the MCU, that have long tunics / blouses / robes. It is what it is. We got that with the Eternals wave, with almost every figure in the wave. And it's no different with Doctor Strange, or no different with Wong. We had that same issue with Wong. So it's an issue that we already know we're going to encounter, so it isn't that great an issue. As far as the figure itself and the need for it, it doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so you don't need it. It's unnecessary to build Rintrah if you choose not to. If you're good to go with the No Way Home Doctor Strange, or any Doctor Strange from either of the Infinity War or Endgame films, if you're cool with that, you don't have to get this one because you don't need the Build-A-Figure piece. So that's a plus. You could do without this if you wanted to. Other than that, that's about the size of it. It's a nice figure. We're moving through the wave now that I've completed it, so we will get down to brass tacks with the next figure. Which will it be? We only have 2 left. Will it be Doc in his astral, or will it be Master Mordo? We'll know soon enough. Anyhow, thank you guys for rocking with me. Oh, speaking of that, I did achieve my goal of my initial goal, my first milestone of getting 100 subscribers. The thing is, YouTube didn't notify me as to, whenever somebody subscribes, we get notified. But I was notified who actually was number 100. So I'm at 104 now. So wow. But if you're watching this and it was you, put it in the comments so I can thank you personally. All right. So first milestone achieved, but we can't keep stopping that rocking right now. I guess I could say the next milestone to achieve is 500, but I'm going to bypass that, so that way we've got some time, and I'm going straight for the $1,000, the 1K, the 1 stack. We're going to try to get that, and so thank you guys for definitely rocking with me and helping achieve the first milestone, 3 figures. I'm loving it, and we're going to keep this going. So in order to keep this going, I need you guys to remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. Thank you all so much. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I am out. Peace.